life is full of loss. Life is full of fear. Life is full of change. You need to become rooted in yourself without letting any external influences come to you. Don't let your emotions control you. Notice your thoughts, accept them, and just move on. Like, you have to stay in present. You can only take responsibility for your response and your emotions and your reaction. So just let them do whatever they want to do, and you focus on yourself, or even attaching yourself to your kids, to your house, to your most valuable assets. You can't attach yourself to anything. It's not about pretending that everything is fine or ignoring your feelings and just being cold to everything. It's about protecting your peace. There's a closed door in front of you. Maybe it's a protection for something. Maybe not, you weren't supposed to go that way. Literally nothing has power over you unless you allow it. You have the power over your mind, your emotions, and your mind and emotions, you make your reality. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm a totally new person, okay? Well, I changed my hair color. I wanted to go like a ashy blonde, but obviously it turned out a little bit more orange than I anticipated. That obviously happens when you go lighter and stuff. Today I wanted to talk about detachment and being unbothered, and literally detaching yourself from every possible outcome, which is also a reason why I dyed my hair, because I was like, no matter how my hair is gonna look like, I'll be fine. In general in life, I have a bunch of things that really need me to be unattached, that really need me to be unbothered. And I know I talk about being unbothered a lot, but I never really give any advice on how to actually do that. And I think I'm low-key the queen of being unbothered. Like, I'm so good at that. Like, there might be moments that I get triggered. There might be certain people that still trigger me. But I can always come back to my calm. I can always find my way back home. And I feel like the first time I really learned how to be unbothered is when I kind of had to learn how to let my daughter go. And that sounds bad, but like, let her be, since, you know, we have two different households, and me and her dad, you know, like, he wants to do things his way, and basically I don't have a say-so about what happens, you know, when she's at his house, which I just accepted at this point. I'm just like, okay, you know, you do you. I'm unbothered. Literally anything that happens, I will not let anyone get into my way. I will not let anyone control my emotions and control me reacting. I think that's the biggest thing. Also, just letting people do whatever they want to do. And, you know, you just stay in your lane and you just do whatever you want to do. Like, who cares? And it sounds too good to be true. It sounds like, okay, well, how am I going to do that? The biggest step you have to take is to control your emotions. Okay, you have to really control your emotions, because things will trigger you, people will trigger you, and you just have to step back and be like, hey, this sucks, but there's nothing I can do, and I'd rather be at peace right now than worry about this and let it get me out of my flow, out of my frequency. Controlling your emotions is the biggest step, and also letting go of the control of the outcome. Okay, so basically leaving everything to God and the universe and just saying, okay, it is what it is. This thing happened. I can't do nothing about it. What I can do though is control my inner state, control my emotions, feel still good about myself, still be happy. And whatever else happens, that's whatever else happens. You know what I mean? You can't really control people and situations like that. Eventually it gets super tiring, and eventually you realize that you're actually not in control at all. When you constantly try to control everything and everyone, it will still not necessarily go your way. So literally letting go of any possible outcome and just trying things, okay? Because I was like, when I was dyeing my hair, I was like, you know what if I hate it, what this, what that? And I do not really love it right now. We'll see if I get used to it. But I still let go of that outcome. I was like, whatever, you know, I'm just going to do it. Like, literally not giving a fuck about nothing. And the next big step is to just literally stay on your own routine, stay in your own unbothered nature. So whenever you do whatever you have to do, and people are there like trying to get at you, or be like, or it's trying to come into your world, and you know, like, you know, maybe they're just messing with you, or you know, you don't want to fall for someone or whatever, The easiest thing you can do is just stay in your own lane, stay in your routine, and just do whatever you want to do every day. And if there's an opportunity that, you know, the time frame presents itself where you can actually have time to hang out with someone, it will happen on your accord. It will happen in your time, and you still get everything done that you want to get done. Shifting your whole perception from attaching yourself to things, people, outcomes, even attaching yourself to money, even attaching yourself to your favorite purse, even attaching yourself to your hair, even attaching yourself to your kids, to your house, to your most valuable assets. You can't attach yourself to anything. If you attach yourself to something, you will eventually lose it, and you will, you know, have some type of emotions about it. So the best thing is to know that you are the only thing that you will always have in this life. Even your family, your friends, your kids, your house, your car, those things are not guaranteed to stay in your life. And as bad as that sounds, you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with the worst possible outcome and just stay unbothered. Obviously, hope for the best, but letting go of that control of wanting a certain outcome, wanting a certain thing to happen a certain way. Detaching yourself from physical things, because the only thing that we're going to have when we die is nothing, is ourselves, is our soul. So we want to work on our soul and understand that that's the only thing that you're actually going to take from this. So you don't need to attach yourself to any physical things. It might be nice having purses, having, you know, cars, having this or that, but know that it's not there forever. Know that those things are temporary. Everything in life is temporary. Even your relationships with people are temporary, because you grow, the other person grows. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. You don't know if you both are going to be on the same level, the same wavelength, the same whatever. So just accepting that everything is temporary and nothing is really yours, not even your kids, because that's something I've really learned. Like, my daughter isn't really mine. Like, I made her, I need to raise her and all of those things, but she's not mine to keep. She's not mine to, you know, eventually she's going to grow up and live her own life, just like I'm living my own life, and my parents don't really have any control over myself. You're just basically here to raise your children to have the best lives for themselves, to have a good mindset, a good head on their shoulders. You do not get to choose their lives. You don't not get to claim them as yours, as like your property. That's not your property. You made this human to become their own human. You're just basically just their teacher, okay? And that's something I really had to learn, because every time my daughter would go to like someone else's house, like other family members, and you know, they would do and raise her in different ways, and like, you know, do certain things that maybe I wouldn't do at my house. I have to just be okay with that. You have to give up your whole attachment from everything and anything. You're here on this earth by yourself. Nothing and no one is yours. Even your husband, even, you know, your partner, like, they're not yours. They have their own, you know, say so, their own everything. You can't control them. You can show love to someone and actually like give them all your love, but only do that for like the sake of love. Don't do that in the sake of controlling them or holding something over them. Being unbothered in relationships is also a big key to happiness, because the more you try to control this other person, they're actually going to drift away from you. All you can do is show up, show love, and let the outcome be the outcome. Like, put it in God's hands and say, whatever happens, happens. If this person is not going to treat me nice, then that's what they're going to do. That's their choice. I'm still going to give them love. I still will do the best that I can on my end. But the rest is not under your control. When you cling to something or resist change, that's when you suffer, because change is inevitable. It will happen regardless. So you're going to be upset every time something changes, unless you change your mindset about it. When you detach yourself from everything, you create that internal peace, because your peace is not tied to any external conditions. Enjoy your possessions without fearing of losing them. Enjoy them now. Use your freaking body wash that you had for so long and someone gifted it to your birthday and you never used it. Yeah, that was me as a kid. I freaking saved up all the gifts that people were giving me, all the body washes, all the nice creams, and you know, like the sprays and shit, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Like, I can't believe someone gave that to me. I want to keep it for the most best occasion ever. Obviously fucking expired before I could even use it. So Enjoy your possessions now. And the reason I didn't want to use them is because I was like, oh, when I use them, they're going to be empty. That's what life is. Everything changes. You use it now for your enjoyment, your presence. You need to be in the present right now. Use everything you can. Do everything you can. Appreciate beauty, success, and joy without attaching yourself to it and without being fearful of losing it. This is all going to help you stay calm during change and during uncertainty and during loss, because life is full of loss. Life is full of fear. Life is full of change. You need to become rooted in yourself without letting any external influences come to you. And to control your emotions, the first thing you want to do is to observe them and not let them overcome you. Don't let your emotions control you. Notice your thoughts, accept them, and just move on. Like, you have to stay in present, you have to stay in presence, and just let everything come and go. Regardless of what happens, everything will work out in the highest good. Okay, so whatever you do, just say, if it's for me, it will stay. If it's not, it will go. And it will make space for something better. So let's say, for example, I'm applying to a bunch of jobs right now. And I'm telling myself, what if I'm not good enough? What if obviously fear creeping in, all these thoughts in my head. But I have to trust that if something is for me, it will be there. It will not leave me. If it's for me, it will happen, okay? If it's not for me, then it won't. And that's okay. And then I will move on and I'll find something else. I will, change. It will make space for something that's actually for me, okay? Knowing that everything happens in your best, highest favor and in the world's favor and in flow and in God's will also helps you just release that control, that need to figure everything out for yourself, actually just relaxing and embracing and letting things come to you. Instead of being possessive over things, you can be grateful. Be grateful for the things that you have now. Be grateful for the people, for the materialistic things. Whatever you have, be grateful for it, but don't see it as your possession. And when it comes to others, you can't control what they say, what they do, whatever. You can only take responsibility for your response and your emotions and your reaction. So just let them do whatever they want to do and you focus on yourself. Controlling everything and trying to do everything perfect is really energy draining. Just choosing to stay in a calm, neutral, present state, and also being really clear about your own personal emotions and your way. Detaching yourself also helps you really see what you want to do, what you need to focus on, instead of giving all that power away to your emotions and other people. Something that helps really quick is to put yourself in a position where you have to change a lot, where you have to constantly be in a different environment. So if you have never moved out of your hometown, that's definitely one big thing you have to start doing. Move somewhere else where you don't know anything. Change helps. Getting used to being unbothered, because you will know that constantly things are changing, people are changing, everything's going quick, everything will kind of train your brain to understand that nothing is permanent and that change isn't actually bad, and then from there on you will start being more relaxed about decisions. You will start being more relaxed about things happening. Literally, there's things happening every day in my life. Like, I nearly crashed into a car the other day on the freeway. Like, literally things like that happen all the freaking time, and I don't even realize it. Like, those are big stories. Like, for my mom and the people in my hometown, something so small, they make it into a big story, right? Something like, oh my gosh, this person changed their hair. Oh my gosh, you know what I mean? They make something into a big thing when you're from a small town. And once you're in a city, you realize everything's happening all the time. So many different things, crazy shit all the time, right? Which makes you totally being unbothered to things like that. I didn't even give it no further thought. I was just moved on with my day. I actually was on my way to work, so I just went to work. You know what I mean? It was nothing crazy, because I learned how to be unbothered, how to detach myself from situations. And then I changed my hair, and I stopped wearing makeup to the gym, actually, because I was you know what? Thinking my dream husband will love me for who I am. My dream husband will know me for me. You know what I mean? So everything I do now is just being really authentic to myself, because I know that the dream man that I want is going to have those qualities, is going to love me for who I am truly. And if he's not, okay, cool. My husband will still love me. You know what I mean? That's how I see it now. So I don't even care about other opinions anymore, like guys, whatever. Like literally, I know that the person that's for me, that's meant for me, that person that is for me will love me regardless. Everything that's for you will be there for you regardless. It does require some level of not giving a fuck, but it's there's a slight difference. You still have to care, because you have to care about yourself enough to not give a fuck, okay? Let other people do whatever they want. Let the situations come to you whatever they want. Let people fire you. Like, we don't care, okay? We do not care. We only care about ourselves. It does require a little bit of selfishness, but if you're a people pleaser, you need to learn how to be selfish. You need to learn how to love yourself so much that you won't tolerate no disrespect. You can literally control your emotions and detach yourself, okay? Shift your perception. Instead of reacting, instead of getting angry, getting frustrated, find back to yourself, to your calm, to your natural calm state. And as long as you can bounce back to that state all of the time, and know that when things change or when things go bad, real bad, sometimes that is just the beginning for something new. Sometimes it's a reset. It's not the end, okay? You're being redirected to something better. So instead of, if something really goes really, really, really bad, instead of seeing that as, oh my gosh, like negative, see it as a reset, see it as a refocus. And if someone doesn't show up as you hope them to, just know that you can't control them. Let them do whatever they want to do. They're just being them. They're not showing up the way that you want them to. Well, that's maybe just all the way that they can show up. Maybe that's just them. There's no need to get upset at that. Only focus on how you feel and controlling your own peace. And if you know that this person constantly upsets you, if you know this person constantly doesn't show up for you, if you know this person constantly ruins the vibe or whatever it is, all you can do is say, okay, well, this person doesn't need to be in my life anymore. I value my peace, and let them do whatever they want to do, but they don't need to do it in my presence. When you don't know what decision to take next, you're unsure, just like me right now, like kind of searching for jobs or trying to see what path is the right way, the way to stay unbothered in that way is just to stay in flow. Knowing that you don't need all of the answers right now. You literally don't need the answer. You can just do whatever you want to do. Everything will come to you how it's supposed to, as long as you stay in flow, in a frequency that is high vibrational, and everything will align itself. Whatever is meant for you will stay. Like I said, whatever is not meant for you will go. Become really self-aware and ask yourself, what is this teaching me? And how am I actually feeling inside? Controlling your emotions, being super emotionally intelligent is probably the biggest key to literally everything. That's why I try to teach my daughter about her emotions now, because if you know how you actually feel inside, if you know all the emotions you're feeling, you can be aware of them. You can be aware of your thoughts and give into this awareness instead of drama. Instead of seeing something as attack, you take it as a lesson. Literally, the what's meant for me can't miss me attitude is it, okay? If anything doesn't go your way or doesn't go as planned, someone canceled on you last minute and you're like, oh, man, that's crazy, you know, I can't believe this person canceled on me. Well, if it was meant for you, it would have happened, okay? If this person is meant for you, you will find back to them. All you can do now, keep your vibes calm, be unbothered, be chill, do you, boo. Stay in your routine, stay in whatever you have to do for yourself today. Focus on yourself. It's not about pretending that everything is fine or ignoring your feelings and just being cold to everything. It's about protecting your peace, seeing the bigger picture and choosing a perspective that empowers you instead of drains you. You want to focus on the good things, the positive energy. Focus on empowerment. Why would you constantly want to be in drama and think about bad things? Literally nothing has power over you unless you allow it. You have the power over your mind, your emotions, and your mind and emotions, you make your reality. Before something happens and it turns into a big storm, calm it down. That's what being unbothered is. Taking everything as it is and just being like, okay, calm. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, will this even matter in a week from now? Like, is it even that much of a big deal? It probably isn't. Is this worth my energy? Do I really want to give my energy to other people and their drama and whatever they're doing? No, you don't. You want to focus on yourself. You have somewhere you want to get in life, right? You want happiness in life. You want peace in life. 90% of the things in life do not need to cost you peace, okay? They do not matter that much for you to actually like even think about them. Think about them for a second and let that thought go. Literally, like, throw it out of your head, okay? We do not care. If you can name what is triggering you in this situation, you need to find out all the triggers and like work on them and find out, why is this situation triggering me? Why does it hurt me when this person is leaving me on red? Why am I attached to men? Why do I feel a certain way? Why am I so attached to this person? Is it because you crave something, you crave attention, you crave you want people to care about you? I honestly found this out about myself. I want people to like me. I want people to care about me and for people to see me. But the first thing to that, the biggest step to that is for me to care about myself first. Okay? So all of the triggers that you're finding out, write them down and do some shadow work about it. Actually find out, what is the whole reason behind this? Why am I doing this? Why do I get upset when someone leaves me on red? It doesn't matter, right? You don't really actually care about this person, do you? No, you don't. You don't actually want them in your life like that. You don't really care about them like that. You only care because they're not giving you the attention that you want. You only care because you want them to like you, but you don't really like them like that anyways, right? So why are you so obsessed about it? We really like these toxic situations where we like when people don't text us back and it makes it more mysterious and more this and more that. Really? Seriously? Like, just be unbothered. Just don't give a fuck about nothing. If something happens, flip the script on it and be like, what is the best possible way for me to see it? If this guy doesn't text you back, be like, okay, well, maybe he wasn't for me anyways, because my husband would text me back. Someone canceled on you last minute, well, I have time for my own self-care now. I'm not going to stop my routine for this person anyways. Well, I'm going to have even more time now to take a bath. I have even more time now to focus on myself, to do something that I love. There's a closed door in front of you. It's not going the direction that you want it to go. Maybe it's a protection for something. Maybe you weren't supposed to go that way. Maybe it would have led you to something that you can't even see right now. So you're being redirected into a different path. Picture yourself as this calm ocean, okay? You are the ocean. People might throw little rocks at you, okay? Maybe little waves are building up, but they're just gonna calm themselves down eventually, okay? Other people can't create big waves in your ocean unless you let them. Being unbothered is your superpower. Don't let people control you like that. Literally, controlling your emotions is the most important thing in life. And sometimes when I talk to people and like I feel like I'm performing and not really 100% being myself, my authentic self, that's when I realize I'm actually kind of performing for these people. I'm like people pleasing. I'm not being myself. I feel like I'm putting on a front just for them to like me or just for me to talk to them. That's when I know they're not for me, because I'm obviously not unbothered by what they think of me. I'm not unbothered by their opinion. I'm low-key trying to prove my worth to them, just like maybe to my parents, where I'm like, make sure I do everything right. So actually look at the situation and see how you behave. Trying to do everything right for someone, trying to like fulfill their expectations, that's not something you want to do. Stay away from conversations or bad energy that makes you feel like you can't really be yourself. If it's not really flowing and you feel like you're putting on a show, then you're not being unbothered. You actually care. So stop caring about their opinion. Stop caring about doing everything right. Literally, okay? The key ingredients is letting go of control and controlling your emotions, okay? Super easy. So what you can do if you actually feel emotionally triggered, the first thing you want to do is pause. And it's okay to feel your emotions. It's okay to have your emotions. That's why we're here for. We're supposed to experience our emotions. But you don't need to believe them. You don't need to identify with them and ask higher questions, like go deeper, instead of right away getting triggered, right away going down the path of like trying to defend yourself, going back at them. You don't need to. You want to control your own power. Let people misunderstand you. Let people assume things about you. I don't have to shrink myself to fit their story. I don't have to change myself. My energy and my power will speak way louder than me trying to defend myself. If I defend myself, I go down the same path that they want me to go on. I go on the same vibration that they want me to be on. I don't need to go down to that level of having to fight back, having to defend myself and no, I'm not like that at all. Like, you don't even know me. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have to do all that. I don't have to give them that energy. I don't have to give them that power. And when you stay silent and you still feel like it hurts inside, words can hurt. People can still hurt you. Unbothered doesn't mean that you don't have any emotions and that you're literally, that you can't feel nothing. You can always return to your center and return to your inner joy. And you have the right to guard your peace like it's a temple, because your peace, your emotions, your vibration creates your reality. So you are allowed to guide and guard that and put up boundaries and protect yourself. All right, guys, that was just a little, oh my gosh, I forgot to freaking put the freaking thing on again. See? I can get triggered right now because I forget this in every video to turn my microphone on, which I'm gonna do right now. Get this in every video. There's some point when my camera dies and I forget to turn the microphone back on, which just happened again. It happens all the time. Now, I know it happens all the time. It's okay. We're fine. I still filmed the video. I still got out what I wanted to say, and not everything is perfect. That's what life is about. It's okay. We will try again next time. As long as you keep trying, as long as you keep making messy action, and just know that you don't need to control all the situations. Everything is going to work out in its highest good, in the highest favor, and just truly live your life how you want to live it. Be thankful for what you have, and just don't attach yourself to anything or any outcomes, because like I said, you don't really own anything in this life. The fact that you have this life and that you're allowed to be here and experience it is already great. So take that as a blessing and be grateful for what you have now. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I will see you in the next one.